Hi guys, this is Mark from the ARRMA 68 in France, and this is a little after a little run review from the ARRMA Infraction. I have to do the unboxing in French and German, then I have drive it, and I only make the English version video after the drive because you have already enough unboxing in English, and I want to make you a little bit more on the video than just the unboxing. First, it's clear this truck looks awesome. This is something we really like by ARRMA 68. You know it, I drive trucks on road since more than 10 years and ARRMA do this finally for us. It's clearly inspired from the Huni truck from Ken Block. We have here a special size, but unlike many other brands like Traxxas or Losi, they make a special size with stock size tires. That's a good point because you can put every 1/8 kg on-road tire that you want on the truck. SP Racing, GRP, PMT, Serpent, Duratrax or Louis RC, whatever you want. That's something really cool. We have here something with a unique look at this time, and we have something complete because we have a front bumper who comes from the chassis underneath from the body to protect here the front of the body. That's something not many brand does. Traxxas does it and Losi on the R8. And we also have a rear diffuser like on the R8 who works really fine. The only 1/8 kg scale make this was the Hongnor or rebranded in USA OFNA, but was more for the look, and this one is really useful. We have a rear wing. You see it when you are near on the truck, it looks strange, but when you're driving you absolutely not see this wing, and this is something you need. Not when you hit the throttle, but when you let the throttle go. When you lose speed, the truck sinks a little bit down in the front and you lose rear traction, and that's why we need rear wings on our cars. I have tested on many cars without the rear wing. When you let the throttle go and go in the curve, you lose the rear from the truck, or on speed run on a straight line. On throttle, no problem, let the throttle go and the rear from the truck will go where you want. You can also cut out part here easy from this wing for change your own tune. What's cool is that you clearly get some wings really cheap aftermarket. And you can also, because no one does a wing with this mount system here on the truck, you can put clearly this wing on every other truck you want. Even if you have a 5th scale, you can take two, put it together, one by side on the side, cut in the middle out, and put on a bigger truck. It's not a problem because it's this really works fine. That's clear. The other thing I love is the this little bar here on the truck. Looks like really cool. We have also the roof protection. That's also something we make so long times ago, and I really like that ARRMA put all the stuff they see on our cars on videos. If it's videos from other brands or video from for customers or every other driver, tell us one thing, is that ARRMA look what the drivers do on their car, and I really find this super cool. On the suspension out of the box, the car is approximately really 1 centimeter from the ground. It's a little bit, I think, it looks cool, but it's too way down when you want to drive on a parking or something. It's okay on a track, but if you want to drive wild, it's a little bit too far down. We also have, when you turn left or right, we have the body who touch the tire here. It's not a big issue, you can cut it out. You can raise the truck height, as that's not happened. It's little stuff. But one thing is clear on this truck. This is the only in this size truck you can put out from the box, just trim the direction a little bit and go to drive with doing nothing. That's really cool. The biggest mistake by Traxxas on the X01 is that it's just a 1/10 scale shortcut with stretched, so the bearings are too small and all the mechanical stuff has really problem with endurance, with long time runs. The X01 is a truck you can easily use on a track. It's not a problem. It's really good drivable. It's good performance out of the box and also a good run time. It's really light. It's about 4 kilograms or something. And this is the plus point from the X01. Also the chassis from the X01. The air outtake from the chassis works really well. When you drive the X01, you see when you are at 30-40 kilometers an hour, you really feel that the car go down to the ground, and really they really do a big engineering job at this flat chassis. But how I say, the mechanic stuff and the bearing are too weak, and this only size tires with only one compound is boring. Like Losi put on the R8, also the same mistake. So I really love ARRMA to have done this. What you not have to forget is that this truck is real heavy. We have here a flat chassis, a bright chassis. No fear, I will show you the chassis and all the stuff in the truck. So this truck is with the lipos 5.5 kilograms, that make 11 pounds. With a stock 1/8 scale combo. So this truck can never go faster than an ARRMA Typhoon, the RTR version I mean here, because the Typhoon has only 3.5 kilograms. That means 2 kilograms less weight with the same power systems. So the Typhoon is still, from the ARRMA RTRs, the fastest and powerful that they have on stock, clearly. When you not want to drive the RTR, you get the Limitless, which has a really cool body from Speedrun. It's clear. It's also something that no other brand does. It was time that a brand make us such a speed looking car. And then you get, without electronic, you can put the motor in you want. You can put 82mm motors in the front, or even, like you see on many videos, change the motor mount and put the motor until 200mm on the right side, lipo on the left, for those who want to really make big speed runs. But as an RTR, this car is really cool to drive. I think the price is a little bit too high, because until the body and the chassis, there's nothing new in this truck. You have a body with front and rear bumper, it's clear, with structure and all the stuff, with a new chassis, but the mechanical stuff in the truck are from the stock ARRMA cars, which is good because it's cheap to repair, it's hold a loss, it's really lasting times, and the performance are way okay. I was driving on a flat surface. The out temp was about 25 degrees, and happens what I say in the unboxing video in German and in French. This stock combo with such a high gear, you have here a stock 18-tooth pinion gear, and you have 5.5 kilograms. That means this is the weight from the ARRMA Kraton, but in 6S out for the box, these things drive 59 kilometers an hour, and you really do it. It's not a problem. It has the speed they tell on the box, but if you want to really enjoy the car, I really tell you to gear down to 60 or 14 tooth, so you drive maybe 57-80 kilometers an hour. It's way enough to have fun, but the motor will have less heat and the lipos will have less heat. I drive Gens Bashing 50C 3S. These are really good batteries. I drive it in my Savage and many other trucks, in my Serpent here, even on track. and hard going on the throttle, and I drive here about 12 to 15 minutes. Not too speedful, not too rough on the gas, because it's not my car. That's a car a subscriber sent me. It's absolutely new out from the box, and I have the opportunity to drive it at first for him. He tell me drive it real, but just take care about the body, because the body is what make this truck. It's clear, not the rest. And after 12 minutes this battery was really super hot, and it was only 25 degrees Celsius in the outside, and the motor also was to 70-80 degrees, so take care of the temperature. It's okay for the runtime. With this weight the performance are cool, but how I say, gear it down to really have fun with your truck. If you want to make only speed runs, not an issue. They have put a big 27 tooth pinion in the box to drive speed runs over 140 kilometers an hour. The truck, when you have trim it, drive straight. He's good on the road. The tires are not the best, but for an RTR tires it's a really good tire. It's clear they not will last too long. I drive about, I would say, 12 to 50 minutes. I have a little bit wear on it. I don't do too much drift because, how I say, it's not my truck. I have to say, maybe after 3, 4, 5 packs this tire will go down. They are a little bit sleepy, but with this wheelbase it's really easy to drive. The 100 CST center defoil, it was a super good choice from ARRMA. I find it strange out from the box that we have 10,000 and CST front and rear, but I understand this because it's really easier on the mounting from the car. Out from the industry, when you have the same front and rear differential, this helps also to sink the cost, because if they do especially overfilled front than rear diff, it will be more costful for us in the end. And it's easy for us to tune it because you have a really fast access. And they also tell you all 20 packs to put all the 3 differential out to change the oil and check the differential. The access is really top. You really need only 5 to 10 minutes to put a differential out, change the oil and re-put the diffs in. That's really good. And you will see it on the video, from the drive video. You really can do what you want with the truck. If you want it to drift, you can drift. If you don't want to drift, you don't drift. What I not need really on this car is the AVC system. I prefer that they put the AVC system away and put us another motor in. This truck will be perfect out of the box with a longer can motor, with maybe a little bit less kV, or I always say a smaller pinion. So if you buy it RTR, don't want to spend too much money, just put a 16 tooth pinion in, 40 or 60, depending on your drive style, and then you can really drive cool without have to think on every heat issue or problem with the battery or the motor. The other stuff you must keep in mind if you drive on a track: 90% from the course you drive less than the half of the power, and you only need full power on a straight line. So in this case it's just good. It's clear. I personally think 82mm motor with 1080, 100 kV, 1800 kV will be perfect in this truck. You have so much room in the truck, you can put ADAS in. So not for drive faster, like I put here on the GT, on the Serpent GT, I put a 1500 kV motor and ADAS system in, and you can drive a half hour with 5000 milliamps battery without any motor temp issue or a LiPo issue. And this is really that's what I reach to do. You have driver who wants to drive fast, you have driver who wants to drive rough, you have driver who wants to catch big airs. And what I reach to do with my trucks, when I'm happy with a truck and keep it, what I want to do is to have a good ratio between runtime, temperature, and have nothing to think while I drive. I just want to drive until I hit the cutoff, and have no worry about any temperature or brake or something with the truck. And this is something you can reach here if you buy the RTR with a small opinion, or if you buy the RTR and just change the motor. You can let the 6S combo in and just put maybe a longer motor with 1700, 1800 kV or 1600 kV. Even with a cheap motor, an SSS motor for 82 millimeters in 1600 kV with the stock pinion gear, we still have 80 kilometers an hour, but will be really smoother to drive. The other thing I like on a truck, before I was driving it, I think the pinion gear, the mesh gear was really noisy, but when you drive it on the road and you hit the throttle, this sounds amazing. That means that this car is really a car I can recommend you. The body is tough. They make a really good job. What's clear, it's I drive it one time. I don't know if you see it on the camera with the light. It's clear the tires will split sand and gravel away and make the body look like a constellation in the night. But this is something we are use it on road. It's absolutely normal. Look at this badass front. I hope that ARRMA will do other body from us, and I hope so that Pro Body RC will make other body for us. I like to see on this truck Chevrolet El Camino. I'd like to see on this truck a Camaro, Dodge, old Dodge muscle car body, everything that America bring to us in the 70s as car. Even the new version is clear. I really hope that ARRMA will do for us other bodies than just this, even if it's an awesome body, and to complete this. In the truck you have the stock electronic from ARRMA, the stock servo. This servo is too weak on truggies and monsters, but on the road it was really okay. It do a good job and I have no issue with the servo. When you drive a Kraton or a Nero, you will see after 50 to 20 minutes that you have issue with the servo because it begins to be too hot and slower, and have really no issue here. You have the stock chassis brace. Well, I don't know, I don't check it. I had a Kraton V4 in the hands, but I don't check out. I think that this I forget the name. That chassis brace is a little bit different. I feel that the plastic is harder and it's better done than the old version. They put from the V4 version from truggies and all the stuff, the center bar. Did this car really needs this? I don't know, and I don't think, because the chassis is not just only flat and bright. He has also, it's stamped out. It's a cheap way to make a chassis with this way, but it's also really good, because you have the border a little bit kicked out. You have here this part in the middle, and this chassis is really stiff. The rear extractor is really absolutely good engineered. You have here really an airflow to extract the air out from the chassis, and you have here a front who use it also as skid plates. You see here something I think strange when I unbox the car, that this screw looks out from the front bumper, because the front suspension is a little bit soft out from the box. I let the truck's stock to go driving it. On road it was not a problem, but I lose one tire. And then I have to lose, because in the manual they say check out your tires and retighten it after 50 minutes. and I drive 50 minutes and 10 seconds as I lose my tires. That was really funny, and nothing bad happens. I just here was driving the screws down and a little bit here the hub. It's not a big issue, it's not a big deal. They do not put Loctite on the screws. I see it before I go drive, but I want to go drive it fast, so I just tighten my screws and go to drive and lose one tire. So if you get it, take the time, unscrew the tires, put Loctite on the wheel hex and retighten it, let it dry and go drive the next day. Or stop after 5 minutes and recheck the tighten of the nuts. We have here center diff from maybe, I see here it's a big center screw gear made from the ARRMA Kraton. We have front and rear stock differential from ARRMA. We have front and rear stock buggy from the Typhoon suspension arms, upper, lower, and all the stuff. Also we have the suspension from the V4 version with the little bleeder screw here, and I have nothing more to say. You have many video in English about this truck. I just want to give you my feeling about this, and it's really cool. It's heavy. The combo, it's maybe a little bit too not powerful enough for this big weight, but for an RTR I have really nothing to complain. I can only tell this is the best fun, good looking RTR truck you can get for this money at the market. ARRMA makes a really big job to make they really increased really fast the trucks they make. They begin with a low price. We had issue in the beginning, but with the price they sell the car, we have nothing to say. And every year they put better stuff on the car, better plastics, over IDs, and I really love ARRMA and have nothing to complain on their cars. And I hope that this will give ideas to other brands, and I hope that other brands also will put the finger out from their stuff in it and made us so awesome cars. I personally prefer to get the I forget the name. The limitless chassis without electronics, but with this body. So it's clear it's really a little bit costful to take the limitless and buy this aftermarket body to put on the other trucks. I also prefer these wheels on this truck. So I personally don't go to take one because I have my Serpent, I have my FG, I have all the things I need on the road. If I had not my Serpent until now, I would take one and maybe, just how I said in the beginning, put another motor in to have a little bit less heat issue. I really don't like to overheat my lipos. So if you get one, you will be happy at 100%. There's nothing to do in the truck, just check out your battery when it's hot, because 5.5 kilograms needs a lot of power with such a gearing. So that was it. If you have one, tell me why you get it. It's clear you get it because it looks awesome. If you not take one, take me one. Tell me what you change it, what you feel on the truck. If you don't have it, why did you not going to take one? And like every time, just share with us. It's important, that's why I make this channel, that we all share together. I give you my opinion. It's not absolutely I'm not an artsy god. I'm not like many channels who just tell what is fact and thinking they have right. I just share with you my opinion, my impression with my drive style, on my drive condition, with my experience, and I want to hear from you what you drive with your experience on what field you drive, and this allows everyone who comes to the channel to see my video, my opinion, and underneath your comments and your opinions about the track, not about what I say, but about the track. I make the video about the track, not about me. So please keep this in mind, and share many comments, so everyone who comes to the channel, who comes to this video, who has an interest to this track, see my opinion. I say now I'm really happy. It's a super good track. You can buy it with closed eyes and drive it really without take care of everything, just the heat from the lipos. Drive 5 minutes, check the lipos, drive another 5 minutes, check the lipos, so until you have find your drive style and your limit. And then the people who comes to see what I tell go underneath, see all your comments, and can make an opinion about not just only what I say, but about what we all say. So have a nice day, guys. See you soon.